The story of Mystik Dan and the story of Ma'am are what fuels our industry. I don't think that when the Gasaways and their partners bred Mystik Dan, they were thinking they were going to win the Kentucky Derby.
I first met Lance Gasaway in Hot Springs, Arkansas, after the races one evening across the street from the track. And Lance and I hit it off pretty quickly, great guy. And he mentioned, hey, find me a horse.
He had called me one day and he sent me a video of, I think it was 3. And one of them was a filly, the other 2 were colts. And he said, hey, y'all pick which one you want. And we chose Ma'am out of the bunch. She was a hard trying filly. She broke her maiden 3rd time out. I think we ran her for 2.5 years till she was 5.
And then at the end of her career, I said to Lance, you ought to consider keeping her. I think she might be a filly that could produce a pretty good horse. And so he left that up to me, and then I recommended a mating, and here we are today.
To make up on Mystik Dan, who's begging for the wire, Forever Young and Sierra Leone, keep on coming, Sierra Leone, Forever Young and Mystik Dan, a wild finish, here's the wire, photo finish!
You know, after you sit back and reflect on it, you kind of really realize what, we accomplished. Blessing to have a horse of this caliber, and, with people like Kenny and his whole crew, they deserve all the credit. That was our first ones to do breeding. That's my first baby ever to have. Born here, raised here, the whole ball of wax.
How many people get an opportunity to handle a horse from conception through the birth, training, and racing? It's just been an amazing journey.
If you're going to stay in the horse racing business, number one, you have to take money off the table when the opportunity's there. With Ma'am, with Mystik winning the Derby and all, we feel like this is a time to put her out there and let's see what happens.
It's very rare you have the opportunity to sell the dam of the current Kentucky Derby winner, and we're fortunate enough to have that opportunity in 2024 with the offering of Ma'am, obviously the dam of Mystik Dan. I know that Kenny has big hopes and dreams for him in this 4-year-old campaign as well to add further to that resume, which is already very, very impressive with earnings of over $4 million. Ma'am has a very interesting pedigree as well. She's the immediate family of Grade 1 stakes winner Siphonik, Grade 1 winner Lara, and a successful stallion in Summer Front. She's enfolded into Mischief, which obviously produces an offspring very closely related to Mystik Dan. Also produces an offspring by one of the best stallions in the world.
Kenny's eye for colts and all, and that's what he had told me with Ma'am even before Mystik Dan ran. He said, this mare is throwing off the prettiest babies. He said, every baby she throws off is the prettiest babies we have on the farm.
For us, it's going to be a little hard because we enjoy being around her and she's been great to us. But at the same time, that's the business of the sport, and it's a good business decision on their part.
Her career, just watch her develop, and she was always so personable to you, and it's going to be hard. Yeah, I don't know if we'll make the sale or not. Might watch it on TV.
I don't think you can go wrong because she's still young, and she's obviously produced talent. But in this case, I think she speaks for herself, and it's going to be pretty easy to bring her over there and let her show herself off.